The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah.
Good morning, everybody. All right, let's start our day today with our favourite welcome song. Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you? How are you? Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you today? Good morning, everybody. Today I thought we might do some crafting with a few bits and pieces that I've got here, and then we're going to tell a story. So I'm having a look around at my bits and pieces. I might make a couple of animals first, I think. So let's have a look. I've got some spoons here. Ooh, I've got some boggly eyes. And I've got some pipe cleaners. Let's see what we can make today with some crafts. All right. So my spoons. I can take them together like this. I really love having a box of crafts at home that I can go through and find little bits and pieces that I can make. Let's see, can anyone guess what we're making yet? These pipe cleaners look like little legs. All right, one set of legs, two legs. The best thing about crafting is that you can make whatever you want, whatever comes to mind. But I'm going to share a story with you shortly. So our little bits and pieces are going to be used in my story. All right. Now, do we know any animals, anything that might have a big round head, 6 legs? Can we see them? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a big bottom as well. 6 legs, might be an insect. I'm just going to help by sticking some eyes on there. Eyes are always fun. Now, does that look like any creatures we know? Maybe an ant, perhaps? Let's see. We'll pop our ant down here. And what can I build next? Ooh, I've got a tube. I've got some green wool. It kind of almost looks like a tree, doesn't it? I wonder if I can make it match. It doesn't always need to be the right colour or the right shape. You can always use your imagination when you're crafting. All right, so we'll stick this down in here, and we've got a lovely tree. Let's pop our tree aside. What else am I going to make for my story? I know. I've got some paper, little scraps of paper. I'm going to roll it up into a tube. Now this one we're going to use our little bit of our imagination with colours. Some tape. So we've made a tube. Now you might have tubes at home from your toilet rolls or your paper towel you could use. I'm going to make something out of my scrap paper. A bit more tape. All right. I'd love to see throughout the week, if you guys are crafting with every bits and pieces, what you make at home. Cut these a little bit shorter. I'm going to draw a face on this one. Now faces, we have one eye, 2 eyes, and a smiley mouth, like a little person perhaps. What else could I add on? I've got a little bit of ribbon here. I could definitely make some curly hair out of that. Let's see. Does that look like hair? I think it looks like hair. We could tape that on. I might just stick that in there. Don't have to get too fancy when we're making our things. Perfect. All right. So we've got our ant. We have a tree. A little person here. I'm going to have a try and make one more thing that will go with our story, which will be a dove, which is a type of bird. The doves are usually white. So I've got some tissue paper here that I'm just going to scrunch up a little bit. Always handy if you've got scrap paper, if that's okay. Alright, so I wonder what I can make just by scrunching this up, bunching this up. One wing over here, one wing over here, and then our body in the middle. Use an elastic band. To make a head. It's a very, very big bird. We can do what we like, really, can't we? Use what paper you've got. Use what things you've got around the home. We're going to pinch a little beak in there. I'm going to put a couple of little eyes on our dove so we can see his little face. So we're going to use him in our story. Alrighty. So we've got our little dove. It might be a little bit hard to see on the camera there. He's got one big wing, two big wings, his body, and his little face. Okay, I think we're right. So today, I want to use the little creatures I've crafted to make a story, and it is called The Ant and the Dove. And our story starts off with a lake and a tree, and we have our ant and our dove. So one day there was a dove sitting up in a tree by the lake watching the world go by. Ooh, ooh, watching the world go by. And along came an ant. And he was wandering along, and he decided to have a drink from the lake. But unfortunately, he leant in a little bit too far and fell in to the pond, and he started to cry, "Help! Help! I need some help! I can't get to the edge, and I'm going to wash away." And the dove, thinking very, very quickly, said, "Here, catch onto this," and threw down a leaf for the ant. The ant climbed aboard and was very, very thankful because he could use the leaf to float over to the edge of the lake. And he hopped out. "Thank you so much, dove. If it wasn't for your help, I wouldn't have been able to get out of the lake at all," he said. And off he went. He was lucky. The dove had been there to save the day that day. So a few days later, the dove was still sitting up in a tree, and a boy came along. Remember our little friend from before? He came along and he snuck up, and in his hand he had a rock. He was going to throw the rock at the dove, and he was sneaking up, sneaking up, sneaking up, sneaking up. He's at the bottom of the tree, standing there very quietly with his rock. Now, Ant, from the other day, was wandering past for another drink, being very, very careful, of course, and he saw the boy. "He's going to hurt my friend who helped me the other day." So he very, very quickly ran over, snuck up behind the boy, and bit him on the toe. Ah! The boy was so upset that he ran away, and as he was running, frightened the dove. So Dove saw the boy running, and off she flew. She was very scared. And the boy kept running. He didn't want to get bitten again. Off he went. So the ant was feeling pretty good. He was sitting by the river when the dove came back. She flew back to her tree and said, "Thank you, ant. You were able to help me today after I helped you the other day." And ant felt really, really good that he was able to help his friend who had helped him the other day. And isn't it nice sometimes, guys, when you can help somebody that's done something awesome for you? So that was our little story. Hope you enjoyed it. It's always fun to make things with craft. And as I said, I'd love to see you guys crafting with some bits and pieces from home and sending me a picture through to the page. That would be awesome. While we've got this bowl of water here, I wanted to do something a little bit sciencey today, but simple too. So what I've got here is a little flower template. Now you can draw a flower, you could get one of these templates as well. You can find them online, or we can pop them in the pack this week. And it's a really, really simple science trick, and it's called a blooming flower activity. So first, we've got our shape. We're going to colour it in. Got some crayons here. Crayons are the best for this activity. You can use textures and pencils, but you might find that the colours will leak into the water, which can be another cool experiment. So we'll have purple for the middle. And this is a really, really good one. We're using a flower today, but you can do lots of different shapes. So a star shape can work as well. So it folds and opens up. You can colour in as much or as little as you like. So I'm just very, very quickly going to colour in our flower here. So it's all coloured in. And now we're going to pop it into the water. So this tricky science trick shows you how the flower, we're going to fold it up, and the flower will actually open up and bloom before our very eyes. It's a little bit of a cool trick. So we'll see how we go. It does take a little bit of time, so once we pop it in the water, we might sing a song and then come back. See how we go. Alright, so as you can see, I'm folding the leaves in to the centre. So fold it in, fold it in, fold it in. So we want the flower all nice and closed up. And you can fold it up beautifully, or you can be a little bit more rustic. Alright, and we're going to pop it into our water bowl. And let's see what happens. So this one can take a little bit of time, so it's really good to sit and watch and predict what you think might happen with this one. Alright, so we're going to pop it in. And while we're waiting to see what happens, I thought we might sing one more song about our friend, the ant, that we made earlier. Alright, and it's one you might know. It's called The Ants Go Marching. Ready? The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one. The little ones stopped to look at the sun, and they all went marching down to get out of the rain. The ants go marching two by two, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching two by two, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching two by two. The little one stopped to buckle his shoe, and they all went marching down to get out of the rain. Can you see, everybody, what's happening here with our flower? One of the petals is starting to unfold. Let's keep singing. The ants go marching three by three, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching three by three, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching three by three. The little one stopped to scratch his knee, and they all went marching down to get out of the rain. Comes after three. Four comes next. The ants go marching four by four, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching four by four, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching four by four. The little one stopped to look at the floor, and they all went marching down to get out of the rain. Wow, can we see what's happening here? This petal is nearly all the way open and the next one's starting. Fantastic, it's blooming all by itself. First petal is down. Not sure whether you can see from that angle, but it's definitely starting to open up. Alright, so number of the week this week was 6. We're up to 4. What comes next? How many ants are coming? 5 ants. The ants go marching 5 by 5, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 5 by 5, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 5 by 5. The little ones stop to do a jive, and they all go marching down to get out of the rain. Alright, here comes our second petal, everybody. 6. The ants go marching 6 by 6, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 6 by 6, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 6 by 6. The little ones stopped to pick up some sticks, and they all went marching down to get out of the rain. 6 was our number of the week this week, wasn't it? Which is fantastic. I hope you joined in the other day. I wonder if everybody can see how much our flower is blooming. We've got a second petal nearly open, and we have some more that are starting to open as well. So this science experiment is going really, really well, and I would love to see some of you guys having a go with this one at home. And as I said, if you don't want to do flowers, you might like to do a star shape with some a secret hidden message inside, rather than it being a blooming flower. But I think that would be something really fantastic I'd love to see. Thank you so much for joining me this week, guys, and I will see you Monday morning for another number activity.